Shane Dawson has done it again. The internet is now getting over the Mind of Jake Paul docuseries. And this is my review on the Mind of Jake Paul. So, hey, YouTube, it's me, Clayton Sheasley, man of the hour, too sweet to be sour. Welcome back, my Sheasley family. So, we're going to be talking about the Mind of Jake Paul, the newly released docuseries by Shane Dawson. Whenever Shane announced that he's doing a new docuseries after the first docuseries of Bunny ended, he's like, you know what, I'm gonna keep the theme of YouTubers. Let's see who we need to get. So Jake Paul comes into mind. Jake Paul has been in a ton of controversies. Jake Paul is crazy. What should I do? Then Shane Dawson announces that he's gonna make a docuseries on Jake Paul. And trying to see if he's a sociopath or like he builds up a story by trying to figure out what does Jake Paul do? What's inside of his mind? What makes Jake Paul tick? So he gave us this, an 8-part docuseries. It's well put together. Like, there are some challenges in this docuseries where I can tell Shane was stressing out with the whole entire situation. Like, we saw, I believe, in one of the trailers or one of the teasers that Shane had a breakdown talking about the family, talking about how insane the whole entire family is. And, like, Shane has been stressing out since making this series. Like, people knew that there's going to be hate from Jake Paul haters. There's going to be support from, like, Jake lovers and then Shane Dawson's followers, and everybody loves to support Shane. It's like the Civil War, the Captain America Civil War. You got the haters versus the lovers. They're clashing. They're like, you're just basically giving Jake Paul a platform just to make him look good. And no, like, we want this. And then Shane gave it to us. Like, let's get into in depth of this docuseries. Like I said earlier, I love it. It's fantastic. If you guys have not seen it, go check it out in the link in the description down below. Watch the full 8 parts. It's entertaining, but there's some aspects of the docuseries that some people are criticizing over. The over-dramatizing in the first part. It's Shane Dawson. What do you expect? Shane Dawson, the master of suspense. No offense against Hitchcock when he presents. You might get that reference. So, Shane Dawson, you know how he does it. He has B-roll footage, intense, scary music. It's good. It's really good. But some people are like, Shane, we don't like how you edit this. We want it to, like, no B-roll footage, like, no stock footage of a skeleton or creepy people looking on the internet. And Shane does this a lot. Shane does it in his theory videos, which I don't think he's gonna bring back, or his, like, he does it in his previous series, like B-roll footage. But, like, it's Shane. Like, leave Shane Dawson alone. He worked his tail off for how long? And he's giving us content that we all love and we all, like, can connect. We can watch. We can feel. That's what the main intention of this docuseries is, trying to get us intrigued and what's in the mind of Jake Paul. Part 1 establishes if Jake Paul's a sociopath. He does some research on the family, does some research from a psychiatrist or a therapist. I know I'm confused. Like, her name is Katie. She actually talked about a lot of things that deals with sociopathic behaviors. And Shane's been going on this ride in part 1 where he's trying to figure out is if Jake Paul's actually a sociopath. And I think that's the whole entire synopsis of this docuseries, is trying to figure out if Jake Paul is a sociopath. So that's got out of the way. He visits Jake Paul in part 5. He's still trying to like research in the first 4 parts, and then 5, 6, 7, and 8 will be just with other different people. But I could be wrong. Yeah, Jake was in part 5. So he talked with Nick Crompton, the former, I believe, CEO or whatever his job description was of Team 10. He mentioned about how the Alyssa Violet situation kind of just ruined him. He kind of like did not take it the same way. And then right after he talked with Alyssa Violet, she talked about how the whole entire incident with Jake started out. Like, she loved Jake, and then Jake even mentioned this in the finale. He said that we're in like one day we're boyfriend girlfriend, one day we're like, I'm not sure. It's like it's a maybe situation, like a maybe relationship. Like, I maybe love you, but the next day I'm like, I don't know. Like Jake said, he wasn't mature enough yet. Well, we can tell how Jake is trying to change his image after, like, all the stuff happened in the past. Like, in 2015, 2016, 2017, man. He had a hard, tough YouTube career. But, like, he does mention about the situation. Like, he has hurted. He admits that he hurts. Yeah, he has hurt Alyssa Violet, and Alyssa had tried to get revenge and like sleeping with Logan. And that, like, I do think that Jake kind of lied, but I'm not sure. I think some people are saying like it's confirmed Jake Paul had hookers or prostitutes while his relationship with, his so-called relationship with Alyssa Violet. And it's like this whole entire situation was mentioned in like certain parts of the docuseries. And then Shane goes back on to the neighbor incident that happened last year where Jake used to live in the old Team 10 house, how he got on top of a news van, how rowdy and rambunctious his fans and himself is. It's well put together. Like, he does dive into the topic. Jake explains to it all in part 8. And like also he asked some questions that the internet wanted to know in around the part 5. If Jericho was real or fake, and it is real. We all thought it was fake. I personally thought Erica Costello and Jake Paul's relationship were fake. Everybody thought about that because like the whole entire, like, after hearing that Alyssa Violet's story in part 7 about Jake, about like she being best friends with Erica, and then after this whole entire situation, like she said, Jake is daddy, Jake pays them, so they go with Jake and not sided with Alyssa. And when she gets kicked out, it's a hard docuseries to listen. Like, it's stories that you may have never heard on camera, and Shane does brought that to light. But Shane respects the privacy between Jake and Alyssa and other people, so he doesn't want to bring up personal things, which will all mean respect. When you don't want to mention something, you don't want to. Shane's just like, you know what? I'm not gonna force you into saying that it's a fuck Alyssa, all that. It's a well put docuseries, and to put it into words, it's enjoyable. Everybody loves it. And I want to say this. I'm giving this documentary series 10 out of 10. Well put together. There's some aspects that I kind of want Shane to do. Like, he does mention about the manipulation of his younger audiences. He mentioned Nerd City, talking about how he advertises in one entire video on his tour, on music, on merch, back to music, back to merch, back to the tour, and it's really good. He went into that, and he forgot to mention about the Killer Clown video series. Like, I think that's kind of, like, I kind of covered that in my documentary. I'm not trying to compare my documentary to Shane's docuseries on Jake Paul. I kind of mentioned about like the Killer Clown videos that Jake made. That kind of messed up his younger audiences. And Shane should have gotten into detail of that. He might have, but who knows? Like, Shane should have added, like, what about your young audiences, like, cannot take in, like, if you're hurt by the clowns, or, like, they can't understand. Younger kids cannot understand what's real and what's fake. I covered it in mine. I asked Dustin about it. I asked Troop about it. I asked my dad about it. Like, kids' minds are still developing as they grow, and they cannot tell what's real, what's fake. It's just, like, Shane should have mentioned the Killer Clown videos and all that. He also talked with Keemstar about, like what's Jake Paul like, and then, like, after, like, doing, like, drama news on him for the past years, over the years, it's, like, well put together. This docuseries is well put together, but he should have asked about the Killer Clown videos. I think that kind of surrounds the manipulation of his younger audiences. He does mention about the music video. My teacher never told me that. The Jake Paul music video that hit last year or during this year. And that's how, like, a lot of teachers hate him. And then yeah, this is a really good docuseries. Like, you can tell that it's hard to explain because it's that good. It's really good. Like, some people say, it's their own opinion. If they don't like it, they don't like it. If they love it, they love it. It's everybody's own opinion. This is my own opinion. I'm going to say, great job to Shane. Shane should have just asked about the clown thing, but who knows, that might have, like, wrapped around, like I said earlier, around the manipulation of his younger audiences. So Jake does mention that he faked the pranks and the vlogs. All the pranks that he did over the vlogging years on his YouTube channel, they're fake. Also, I forgot to mention that they did mention about the Martinez twins situation. They were talking about how the Martinez twins kind of, like, betrayed Jake, kind of, like, backstab him by saying that he bullies them. Jake does mention that he tells them about when he's about to do pranks on them. You get the whole entire picture there. So without that being said, to sum up this video, I want to say great job to Shane on making this docuseries. So if you guys have not yet, go check out the full docuseries in the description down below. Go support Shane Dawson and go support my documentary that is out. And also, subscribe if you want to be a part of the Sheasley family. We are growing. I want to say thank you, guys. Also, let's see if we can get this video to 10 likes. And yeah, I cannot wait to review the next Shane Dawson docuseries or any type of thing. If you guys want to suggest on something that if you want me to review it, let me know in the comment section down below. So this has been Clayton Sheasley signing off. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.